high-class social climbers play your games. Meet the man that works the clock 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. But you will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. I am not your servant of this most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. But you will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. Attentional, you high-class social climbers play your games. Meet the man that works the clock 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. Intentional, you high-class social climbers play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Well, I am not your servant of its most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Nick Straight Music. How's everybody doing today? I'm Nick Straight. That's Nick Straight Music. Welcome to my studio. Today, we are going to be experimenting a little bit with a couple of different things. I did a lot of work, especially yesterday, on vocals and kind of nailing what the electric guitar part needs to be on this song. So we're going to focus kind of heavily on that. I got some pretty good vocals recorded, but for some reason last night I just wasn't on the ball. So we may be re-recording harmonies, but anyway, let's listen. You guys can hear the state that it's in right now. I did the electric guitar part that's on there right now. I did it on Dorothy, my 335. I'm going to try doing it on the Stratocaster in just a little bit and see which guitar seems to be the clear winner, if there is one. So anyway, let's have a listen to where we're at right now.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the baby should start straight from your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating rink. This is what we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh, ooh. This is how we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh, ooh. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Okay, so those harmonies are way better than I remember them being. they're actually pretty good. They sound okay, especially through the headphones. I was listening to them earlier through my studio monitors through the air, and they didn't sound quite that good, but they sound really good through the headphones. So let's go ahead and mute the Dorothy electric guitar track. Let's get a tone dialed in on the Strat, and let's play that line again a few times and see what we think about doing it on the other guitar. So let me go ahead and fire up the amplifier. Okay. What's the problem here? Oh, the track's muted. The track's muted, that's the problem. Okay, now let's get the volume set. Okay, and let's monitor in mono while we're tracking in stereo. That is something that I've been doing a lot of the past couple of days, because I've found that it's a little bit it's a little bit easier to do that if you've got everything just right down the center while you're actually tracking. Alright, so I think definitely that pickup is out of the running. Let's start with the neck pickup and work our way down. And by the way, folks, we are closer than we have ever been to being Twitch affiliates. I just got on my my creator dashboard on Twitch, and I have met every single metric except the average viewership metric, which has to be 3. We're at 2.8. We are right there on the edge. So we just gotta get pushed over. We just gotta get pushed over by 0.2 viewers on average. So we're right there. I'm really excited. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and play. 1, 2. I'll turn off my overhead. 3, 4.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way, new day, new games to play.
Hold up. Kev says, suggestion. A little more separation of the vocals with the reverb. Maybe a skosh less on the main vocal line. A bit more difference. So the way that I'm running, I totally get what you're saying. The way that I'm running the main lead vocal right now was I had sung like an actual double track. But what I ended up doing was I'm using the Abbey Road automatic double tracking machine right now. So the lead vocal that you're hearing, it sounds like a double track, but it's not. But what I'm doing is I've got one all the way in the left channel and one all the way on the right channel. So I have no lead vocal in the middle right now. So trying to separate them that way, and the one in this ear I've got offset by like 40 milliseconds. So that is probably where you're hearing a lot of the reverb effect when it's in mono. When it's in stereo, you're going to hear less of a difference. Let me show you. Because again, we're just monitoring in mono. So let me put it into, okay, it is in mono right now. So let me show you what that sounds like. So I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to switch between mono and stereo. You'll be able to tell which is which. So we're in mono right now.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way.
Okay, now I'm going to go into stereo.
New games to play with the heart of a child, driving me wild.
Hear how that effect is much less pronounced when I go into stereo? But I can definitely still bring the reverb down on that a little bit.
Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you could be true. A brand new I love you. Don't the baby just
So I've pulled down
straight from your heart.
the room reverb now.
You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, so now when we're in stereo, because I've got one all the way in the left and one all the way in the right, you can't hear it as much. Now I'll go back to mono.
The thin ice skating ring. This is not what you're about today.
And hear how much more pronounced it is. Now back to stereo, and it's much more clean that way. So those are some of the decisions that we have to make when we're mixing, because it's like, you know, we're going for the vintage vibe on this album. So it's back in the 60s, not enough people had good stereo systems. So most of the big hits of the 60s, most of the way that we remember those is in mono. I mean, they didn't really start doing everything in mono until the 70s. So if you're going for that 60s vibe, you want to be in mono as much as you can. So, but it's like, you know, stereo's there for a reason. It gives you an amazing artistic tool of being able to make the music like three-dimensional. So those are things that we have to think about, because when we're using double tracking, if you have those two tracks right on top of each other in mono, you're going to get a really pronounced modulation effect. And that's what you were hearing as like extra reverb, is the modulation between those two tracks sitting right on top of each other. So in stereo, though, we can get much more depth in stereos, because we can take those two tracks and we can pan them away from each other. And so we can do stuff to this one over here or do stuff to this one over here, and it's not going to affect the other one. If you're in mono, everything affects everything. So that's one of the decisions that you have to make artistically when you're deciding whether you're going to work in mono or whether you're going to work in stereo. Both have their limitations. But ultimately, of course, this is going to be a stereo album. But I want it to also sound good in mono. So I'm trying to make compromises where if you want to listen to it the old-fashioned way in mono, it'll still sound good. But I mean, you'll get the real effect of it when you're listening to it in stereo, of course. So anyway, that's just a little shop talk as to why it sounds so much different when we're monitoring in mono than when we're monitoring in stereo. But yeah, you totally heard it. Good ear. You totally heard it. So that makes me feel good, because that means that I'm really making decisions that affect the way the music sounds. And my broadcast is coming through just as I intended it to. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put us back in mono for tracking. We're just monitoring in mono. We're recording in stereo, but monitoring in mono. I have found, especially with this song, because I do have so much stereo panning on it, that recording in stereo while I'm monitoring in mono helps me keep everything in time better. So let's go ahead and give this a go, now that you know what's going on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way
I love my guitars so much. I love Dorothy. I love Stratterpillar. But anyway, I come from a land where time has no meaning. The land, not the land before time, but the land of no time. Okay, so I got a little slapback delay on it now. Yeah, I love the Strat on this song. And when I've recorded it in the past, I haven't used Dorothy on it at all. It's been the Strat that I've used on it. I think I love the neck pickup on this guitar. When you get just a little bit of... you put just a little bit of dirt on the amp, you crank the gain stage just a little bit, like maybe a quarter of the way. You just get this beautiful, creamy sound out of it. Turn that off. It's just beautiful. It's really, really nice. Let me turn off the you know, I still think of that every now and then. I didn't steal it from him per se. It was I had no idea how to find him again. He was a senior and he graduated, and I still had his guitar, and I had no idea. I had no idea how to get a hold of him again. And then I lent it to someone else because they wanted to try it out, and then that person stole it. Chester, I don't remember what his name was. Was it Roger? Roger, I don't remember. He was a nice guy. I really liked him, and I feel really bad about it. It was a black standard Stratocaster. Of course I remember the guitar. He lent it to me. He and I swapped guitars quite a bit. I would lend him my guitars. He would lend me his guitars. And I enjoyed playing that Strat. And it's like, he didn't ask me for it back before he graduated. And I had no idea how to get a hold of him again. But anyway, the kid that borrowed it from me stole it. So it wasn't technically my fault. But yeah, this guitar I love so much. The two-tone sunburst on it. Everything about this screams 1954. Yeah. Okay, so let's I think maybe I'm gonna crank the tone up on the amp just a little bit. Walter was his name. Walter. And that's just with a little very light spring reverb on it there. So the slapback delay is going to give us a more like... Turn the delay off and put the spring reverb back on. And so that's a little more ambient. So let's see. And that's on the middle pickup, and then that's the bridge pickup, of course. And I think that's going to be too twangy for this. Let's try the middle and bridge pickup. And that's the Strat Quack. Middle pickup on its own. That's nice. The middle and the neck pickup That's kind of like the jazz setting on a Stratocaster. And then back to the neck, and we get Duckers, yeah. There's no other way to describe that sound other than quacky. The Strat quack. The Strat quack. Duckers quack. Is Duckers something that I should know about, but I don't? I'm feeling now that Duckers is something that I don't know. Just an emote. Oh, yeah. Let's try it in quack mode. Let's try it in quack mode and see what happens. Quack mode. I'm gonna start us like right as the vocals come in.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the baby should start straight from your heart. You know I love you too.
That sounds good.
Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating rink. This is what we are turning about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. This is how we are turning about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Let me turn the room reverb back on to the guitar. So we'll have a mix of the spring and spring reverb and the room reverb. I can probably turn it down just a little bit. And then I want to try it once more, maybe just on the middle pickup, because you tend to get more clarity out of the instrument when you're using just one of the pickups. When you're using a blend, you get a little bit of a muffled sound. Sounds good, but you get a little bit of a muffle to it. So let's just try it on the middle pickup and see what happens. I know the bridge pickup is going to be way too twangy, so let's just give this a go. Oh, and then I want to work something else out that sounds good on the Strat, but not on Dorothy. Oh, what a nice guitar. What a good guitar. Start all the way back at the beginning.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of the child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Though the baby should start straight from your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating rink. This is what we are about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh, this is how we are about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Yeah. The guitar intro was very good. Thanks, Adudu. Yeah, that was that's something that I had not tried until I put the Strat on. Something about the way this guitar sounds that lends itself to that. Yeah, that sounded good. Let's do it one more time on the neck pickup before we commit it, and then let me yeah, so that intro can be. We all in agreement that sounds good? And I really like it being, I really like the creaminess of this neck pickup. Yeah. Okay, let's give it a go. I am actually going to go ahead and record this, I think. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. You're the baby should start. It's within your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating rink. This is what we journey about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. This is what we journey about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Holy moly, that was pretty good. I flubbed one little spot, but let's have a little listen-y poo back to that and see what we think. Let's put it back in stereo too. A little listen-y poo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. You're the baby should start. It's within your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do.
Hold on. For some reason, Olive's impulse response was turned off. That's all the mud that we're hearing. Oh my god. Let me dial it back in. What the heck happened? Why did that get turned off? Ugh. That's without it. Listen to that mud. And then we turn the impulse response on, and it actually sounds like an acoustic guitar again. Okay, let's
Play with the heart of a child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you could be true. A brand new I love you. You're the baby should start, but straight from your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin as skating rink. This is what we turn about today. If we jump in our own way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh, ooh. This is how we turn out today. If we jump in our own way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh, ooh. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
I think that sounds pretty good. I am going to record one more in Quack mode, so let me go ahead and mute this. We're going to copy this track. So I'll hold on. I'll show you guys real quick what I'm doing. So I've muted this track that I've got Stratopiller on right now. I'm going to copy and paste it so that I have another one, and I'm going to move my input down to this one. And then let me delete the contents of the track. So now we have a track that will sound exactly like the other one. It has the exact same settings, but I can record something new on it. So let me go ahead and arm that track. Oh, I need to unmute it though, huh? All right, so let's give this a go. Ooh. All right. That guitar sounds so much better. Oh my god.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. You're the baby should start, and straight from your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do.
I think the quack has it, boys. Let's take a listen. I like that.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play with the heart of the child.
But just in the very beginning.
I'm never growing up.
Let me demonstrate. I'll mute it in the place that we don't need it anymore.
Forget what society
We don't need it anymore.
says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play with the heart of the child. Driving me wild. I'm never growing up.
And then it comes back in there. Yeah, I think that's nice.
Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the baby should start straight from your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink.
Yeah, just about.
Nothing has skating rink. This is not we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. This is how we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Is that how we want this? My iconic love song to humanity? Is this how we leave it? I've got one more surprise for you guys on this song. You may hate it. I went through a love-hate relationship with it last night as well. I'm gonna run it by you guys though. See, this is why we do this live on Twitch, so that you guys can protect me from myself. Let's turn off that input. Some sweet licks. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I love this guitar. I love all my guitars. And it's weird. It's like every time that I pick up one of my guitars, I'm like, oh, God, this is my favorite. No matter which guitar it is. That's a very good feeling, and that's a good sign that I have got a hell of a lot of nice instruments. That very proudly I wired them all myself. Okay, let's put Stratopiller away. All dudes love wood. It's good wood. It's good wood. A wall of guitars. I'm very proud of them. Okay, so what we're going to get to now, which you guys may hate, We got some more people rolling in that I can see hanging out in chat. Just so you guys know, welcome to the stream. I'm Nick Straight. Welcome to my studio. You guys don't have to participate in chat. That's totally fine. If you guys just want to hang out and listen to the tunes, that's totally fine with me. I just want you to know that I see you, and I love you, and I'm glad that you're here, okay? So hang out as long as you'd like. We're a friendly group here. Let's see. So I'm going to create 3 new vocal tracks, okay? And like I said, you guys are here to protect me from myself. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So let me delete these. And we're just gonna work in this area right here, right in the middle. You'll notice my voice is very reverby and much more quiet right now. That's the way we want it. So we're going to do, hold on, let me go back to this real quick while I'm explaining what we're doing. I love the vocal harmonies of the Beach Boys. They're a big inspiration for me. When I started learning how to organize backup vocals, this is about, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, I got really heavy into just doing vocal covers of songs and learning the harmonies from all of the songs, learning how to sing all of the different parts of a 5 or 6 part harmony. And one of my biggest teachers was Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. Because I think he's one of the greatest vocal arrangers in history. So I came up with with kind of a Beach Boys vocal interlude in the instrumental section of this song. I'm gonna. It's how you used to mix me, quiet and in the background. We need to mix you much more forward now, my friend. And the MXL V67G will help tremendously. Someday maybe I'll have an endorsement deal with them for all the advertising that I do for them on my channel here. The MXL V67G Heritage Edition, accept nothing less. Anyway, I'm just going to do it. It's going to be just a 3-part harmony. And you guys go ahead and stop me if it sucks. So we have 2 more to do. Check this out. It's very quiet. I need to turn it up just a little bit. Do you already hate it? One more. Bear with me. Now let's listen to that. it's terrible. I didn't do a good job singing those. Hold on. A little more hot tea. Does this seem like something that could be vaguely interesting, or do I just need to drop it now? Because I can do this for hours. Yes, this and this would be better if I could sing it in key. I had the volume mixed so low that I couldn't really hear myself, so I need to turn the volume up on all three of these tracks just a little bit. Let's try it one more time from scratch. For me personally, it's a no so far, but let's see. Thank you for your candid honesty, Adudu. I really appreciate it. Here we go. Okay, that one was in tune. I can still press on the golden buzzer. Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking the same thing. That's a no from me, dog. All right, here we go. Okay, at least these are in tune. In tune, but you're no Bob. Are you referring to Bob from Union Street? Okay, hold on. Let's just listen to that. I think it's a no from me too. I think it's cool, but it's not right for this song. It's not. So let's get rid of that. I was thinking about maybe some hand percussion, like tambourine or hand claps. Let's experiment with that just a little bit real quick before we move on to something else. One, two, 3, 4.
Society says, let's make a new way, a new day, new games to play. With the heart of a child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the baby should start
something like that. For those of you that don't know, tambourine is actually kind of a hard instrument to play. Depending on what type of sound that you're trying to get, you know, the jinglers work on gravity, right? So you have to hold this at slightly different angles to get just the right tempo. So gravity affects it at just the right rate. So there's a little bit of dialing in that you got to do when you're playing the tambourine. I did not know that at first when I first decided I was going to go get a tambourine because I wanted it on one of my songs. And I just started shaking it, and it took me forever to figure out, oh, you got to hold it differently for different tempos. So, fun trivia. Let's, I like the tambourine too. Let's mess with it again. 1, 2, 1, 2. But I think we could also benefit from hand claps. Davy Jones, yeah.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the way we should start was strengthen your heart. You know I love you too. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin cascading rain. This is not we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. This is not we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Something like that. We're getting close. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the baby should start the brink of a thin ice skating rink. This is not we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. This is how we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Okay, I think that was pretty good. We need to compress the heck out of that. Give me just a second here.
Jumping all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. This is how we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves.
Okay, now let's deal with some hand claps.
Forget what society. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child, driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the baby should start with breaking your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating rink. This is not we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves.
Okay, let's get rid of the tambourine, and we're just going to put claps in, just in the, we're going to put hand claps and tambourine just in the, like one of those monkeys, one of those wind-up monkey toys. Just in the chorus part. That's the word I was thinking of.
Of a thin ice skating rink. This is not we turn about today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh.
Okay, there we go. Yes, compress the heck out of that is another shirt. Yes, those are my two most commonly uttered phrases. Something like that and compress the heck out of that. We need to make Nick Straight Music t-shirts that say, Nick Straight Music, compress the heck out of that. And it's just a picture of me with my hand on a compressor dial, like that. That would be great. Yeah. We got good ideas for merchandise already. I like the claps. Maybe dub multiples for the background. Ah, you read my mind, my good man. So I've already got them running. Okay. I've got to remember that when I drop down to those tracks, the mic is way quieter. Yeah, so I've already got each one of those running through the automatic double tracker, and then I'm going to record another one, and then we'll move some out to the left, some out to the right, and really adjust the time of them. Yeah, and it's going to sound like we got 4 or 5 people around a microphone clapping, and I'll only have to do it twice. So let's go ahead and record another one. So we got I'm going to put in tambourine there too. So I'm going to do that next.
Cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating race. If we turn out today, if we jump in all the way, we could tell different tale about the choice we made ourselves.
Okay, so let's just listen to the bass effect, and then we'll start dealing with putting the ADT on here.
We're on the brink of a thin ice skating race. If we turn out today, if we jump in all the way, we could tell different tale about the choice we made ourselves.
Okay, so I'm going to put the ADT on the hand claps, and unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to see it. I've got the ADT machine open right now, and you guys can't see it because of the way this broadcasts. But when we do an actual official mixing session on this, I'll broadcast in a way that you guys will be able to see it. But you won't be able to see me, but you can come to see me anyway. Let's see. We're going to use the real ADT. We want the 2 ADT. Live mono to stereo. Yes, yes, yes. Live mono to stereo. Okay, so I'm going to solo those hand claps. And we're just going to listen to those, and we're going to get them dialed in so it sounds like a whole bunch of them. So let's go ahead and set the vary speeds both to 0 and move both sides of the ADT to the middle. This is a very complicated machine that they built, and it is a lot of fun to use. You guys will be able to see it on our next mixing session. Alright, so let's listen to these hand claps. Okay, so I'm going to move one all the way to the right. And then another one all the way to the left. Okay, so you can already hear it sounds like more than just one hand clap. Now I'm going to adjust the speed. So you should be able to at least hear the difference. The ADT is off, and then I'll turn it on, and it'll sound like I got 3 people clapping. That's pretty nifty, huh? The Beatles had that machine invented for them because John Lennon was sick of singing double tracks. So he said to Jeff Emerick, who was their studio engineer, he said, you're just going to need to invent a way that I don't have to do this anymore. And so he put 2 tape machines together and built the first automatic double tracking machine. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to that again. That one's by 5, that one's by 10. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to do the same thing to the other set, but I'm going to do them at random time intervals so that they sound like they're happening at slightly different times. I'm going to replace this plug-in with the real ADT2 mono to stereo. That's the same one that I used on there. Let's move one of those. Let's move them both full right and left. This stuff is it's just fascinating. So let's go ahead and solo that track. Okay, and then let's do that. So we're just listening to the 1 now. Those at variable speeds. We'll have that one at 2. Maybe we'll have this one at 8. 1 clap. Now it sounds like 3. Now let's put it together with the other one. Is that not amazing? Is that not amazing? Are you not entertained? Let's go ahead and listen to it in context with the song now. So let me unsolo them.
Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin skating rink. If we turn it out today, if we jump in all the way, we could tell every day about the choice we made ourselves. A skating rink. If we turn it out today, if we jump in all the way, we could tell every day about the choice we made ourselves. This is how we turn it out today. If we jump in all the way, we could tell every day about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Hey, that's all right. Let's listen to the whole thing and then be done with it for today, and I'll play you guys a couple of tunes. But the automatic double tracking, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody. Have you ever heard of that song? That's how they got those enormous vocal layers, and I've got my finger stuck right now in the boom. Oh man, that hurts. Whoo, that's a panic moment right there. That's like I'm about to chew my hand off to get away type feeling. Anyway, Bohemian Rhapsody, the reason that song sounds the way it does is because of the ADT, the automatic double tracking, just the layers and layers that they were able to build in all of those sounds by using an ADT. And that's... yeah, exactly. So... what was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. The ADT is an amazing tool. There's nothing wrong, of course, with actually singing a double track, or double tracking, or triple or quadruple or quintuple tracking, whatever you want. The ADT is never going to sound exactly as good as doing that, but it can be used on its own in other artistic ways, which gives the impression of multiple layers, but it's got its own unique sound. And that was... it was a very integral sound to most of the Beatles records after Revolver. They started using the ADT on Revolver, and after that, John Lennon said at one point that there wasn't a single song that they did that didn't have ADT on it in some form or another. And it's such a useful tool, and I use it all the time. It can add so much richness to a track, and even though it's not an actual double track, it's got its own unique sound, its own unique character, and it does its own cool thing that I really, really appreciate. It's a very handy tool. Anyway, let's listen to the whole thing once through, and then we'll be done with this for today. I'll grab a guitar and play some songs for you guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. A new day, new games to play. With the heart of a child driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you can be true. A brand new I love you. Know the baby should start was making your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating rink. If we turn out today, if we jump in on we could tell every day about the choice we made ourselves. This is how we turn out today. If we jump in on the way, we could tell everything about the choice we made ourselves. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. And know I love you. And know I love you.
Well. I enjoy that immensely. I need to fix that tambourine, but I'm not going to do it right now. I will spare you guys the nitpicking. There's a couple spots where I feel like it's out of time a little bit, but I think that's a good tune. I think that's a good tune, and I think people are going to appreciate it. I hope. The hand percussion. Yeah, it really is a very underutilized but very helpful texture layer that you don't hear people using a lot of anymore, but it was extremely prevalent back in the 60s. So I think putting the hand percussion on here really drives that vintage vibe. So anyway, very cool. Well, we're basically done tracking that song. I'm gonna clean up the tambourine at some point this week. You guys won't have to deal with that, and then we'll have like an honest to goodness real I remember. We'll have an honest to goodness mixing session, and you guys will be able to see all of the cool plugins that I use, all of my my digital analog stuff that I mix with, and then yeah, the song's basically done. So very cool. Thank you guys for all the patience in getting through this with me. So we've got another song basically ready to go. Just needs to be mixed and mastered. So we'll do that. I'm gonna switch over to a different edit really quick so that I can plug in and sing to you guys. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna go. My mic will go away for a second, but it'll come right back. As promised, here I am. I am back. Let's see. What guitar am I going to play for you guys today? play my good old 12-string. This is Breeze. My guitars didn't all have names back in the day, Kev, but they do now. This is Breeze. Because he sounds like the wind. Let me... Yes. My Ibanez PF512. Had this since I was 15 years old. This is the guitar I started writing songs on, and the guitar that I wrote most of my songs on. Oh, I need a cable. Come on, cable. It's a very, very fine 12-string. Yeah, nice. Find a different impulse response for it really quick. Maybe that'll do. And then I'll turn the volume of it down a bit. It's a very loud guitar. Just on its own. It actually doesn't need a whole lot of... It jingles and it jangles.
Standing alone at the edge of the sea is a strapping young man who reminds me of me. He came from his home in the far distant hills. His soul, like the ocean, would never be still. And all that I have, and all that I am, I have lying here in the palm of my hand. The palm of my hand. His restlessness shows, his hunger still grows. He's leaving, they're watching him go. And when he returns, he will no longer be the boy, but the man he was longing to be. And if they can see, they can understand the power he holds in the palm of his hands. The palms of his hands. Standing outside on the edge of design. Step forward, step backwards. We all walk the line between here and the magic that makes me believe in something much bigger than me. Sounding loud like a horn through the fog. The speaking of lightning that pulls him along. The love of his woman, the touch of a dove. It exploding like passion from heaven above. And all that I need, all that I'll be, is here in this moment between you and me. Between you and me. When something is nothing, it's harder to see. But nothing is where you expect it to be. Like beauty that stabs through the heart of the night. This ocean of shadows must come to the light. Nevertheless, nevermore, you must find strength to leap out from the shore. Leap out from the shore. Standing outside on the edge of the sand. Step forward, step backwards, we all walk the line between here and the magic that makes me believe in something. Standing outside on the edge of the sand. Step forward, step backwards, we all walk the line between here and the magic that makes me believe in something, something much bigger than me. Standing alone at the edge of the sea is a strapping young man who reminds me of me. Bigger Than Me is the name of that song. What a good guitar. This was my main guitar in Union Street. I have played untold, uncountable shows in front of even more uncountable people with this guitar. Yeah. I haven't played this song on the 12 string in so long. You lazy lie about, there's nothing good about you. People often say can't keep a job held down. Your soul's in the lost and found, and you better throw it away. So hey, why don't you be me, and I'll be you. We'll be truthful. Well, can you see through my eyes? What about my life could you find useful? 'Cause nothing's black and white as it seems to be, and I'm clinging tight I have. This world is painted a shade of misty mountain gray. Hey, hey. It may not all look the same once you make it through the haze. Hey, hey. You lazy lie about, but there's nothing bad about you, because your family owns the mill. You keep your servants handy, your ring could be family, but they will hunger still. So hey, why don't you be me, and I'll be you. We'll be truthful. What can you see through my eyes? What about my life that you find useful? 'Cause nothing's black and white as it seems to be. And I'm clinging tight to the only dream I have. This world is painted a shade of misty mountain gray. Hey, hey. It may not all look the same once you make it through the haze. Hey, hey. This world is painted a shade of misty mountain gray. Hey, hey. It may not all look the same once you make it through the haze. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Sea is the name of that song. I loved you when you went all lead guitar on the 12 string. Yeah. It's not easy to do. And I'm already feeling it in my hand. I haven't played this guitar in probably a month. Just the amount of tension difference. I don't think I could play lead on this right now. Yeah, man, it's you're holding down twice as much string, and it is hard on the hand. Thanks for the fire, Adudu. My bleeding fingers were a small price for us to pay. Yes, indeed. All right, we got a little while here. God, this guitar sounds so good. I need to use it. I need to use it more. Let me have a drink really quick here. Putting up with you? What do you mean putting up with you? I'm very glad to have you here, man. I ain't putting up with nothing. My Resonator out of Nashville? Yeah, and it's got new strings on it. I'll play one more song on this, and then I'll switch over to Jean-Luc. Rain is coming down in sheets, and so the lights are out on Union Street. I never really would have guessed that you'd knock on my door sopping wet. Give me your coat, kick off your shoes. Oh friend, you've always chased away my blues. Sit by the fire with me, it's our only heat, until the lights come back to Union Street. To Union Street. Oh, oh. Let's talk of peace, let's talk of war, but let's talk of love till we can't talk no more. Speak of the rich, they're high on champagne, and speak of our brothers sleeping hard in the rain. Take this advice from me, it'll all be so sweet. Day we all can live in harmony on Union Street. Oh, oh, oh. Fare thee well, my loyal friend. Peace be with you, we will both meet again. Color this world with a love that's so strong. Let's come together, and it won't take long. And when the rain is gone, you will get to your feet. Peace will guide you back to Union Street. To Union Street. Oh, oh, oh. That song was called Union Street. Me, I switch on over to my Resonator. Really quick. You plugged in, or is that all off the mic? Maybe it's a little bit of both. It is. It's a little bit of both. It's a blend between the two. There's bleed over from the mic, of course, but then I'm wait, never mind. You don't want me to keep explaining? I had it plugged in, but going through an impulse response, which was built off of this microphone, so it was plugged in, but it didn't sound like it's plugged in. It sounds like it just sounds like it's mic'd. You saw me plug in, yes. But yeah, the reason that you asked is it doesn't sound like it's plugged in. And that's what the impulse response does for you. Okay, so check this out. So you guys heard me play Jean-Luc a couple of weeks ago on, Totes Nats. You heard me play Jean-Luc a couple of weeks ago on Saturday Night Serenade. That was just playing him as a fully acoustic instrument. I'll show you guys what this sounds like through my electric guitar rig, which is the way that I really like to play it. Let me see here. Oh. So we'll go down to the Jean-Luc insert, but I will probably turn off his impulse response. So that's just over the microphone. Yeah. All right, let's turn up the gain a little bit. And that's still pretty clean. So that's running through my my Vox amplifier. Okay, so let me turn off the acoustic impulse response, and we are going to get a fiery. Yeah, there it is. Woo! I need to turn the tone down a little bit. More gain, less volume. I was born in a little town, son of the average working Joe. Signs of heavy lifters all around. A little place you're not bound, no.
And I know what you're thinking now. I see it in your eyes. Don't you try to protect me with your quaint little lies. I can take a hint. And I never had any friends that I could call my own. And I didn't want no one to bother me. Just get out of here and leave me alone. I say, you can't walk out on me, 'cause I'll come running after you. You can't get away for free. And there's nothing in this world you can do, 'cause I know what you're thinking now. I see it in your eyes. Don't you try to protect me with your quaint little lies. I can take a hint. Ramshackled on down, baby, and all the rest. Used all the whim to describe me. Biggest little pothole in the West. Won't somebody come and rescue me? 'Cause I know what you're thinking now. I see it in your eyes. Don't you try to protect me with your quaint little lies. I can take it here. Ooh, I can take it here. Ooh, I can take it here. Yeah, yeah, I can take it here.
Anyway, you take the already volatile sound of a resonator guitar and put it through an electric guitar amplifier, and you can get some attitude out of it. And crank the gain a little bit more. More gain, more gain. I mean, yeah, you can just get really crazy with this thing. Let's turn on the wah. Oh, okay. It's not easy to bend these strings. you definitely can pull that off though. But woo, these are acoustic strings on here. Normally I have electric guitar strings on here, but I wanted to try some nice nice acoustic strings on it again. It just sounds evil. I love it. I have no answers to give. I'll only ask the questions. If this is no way to live, it's time for you to change directions. Open your mind, step at a time. Soon you will find a place where you'll rhyme. Na 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 na. You are the child of it all, the prodigy of union. You are the answer, you are the key. You are the door to this communion. Open your eyes, child. Realize that you've never been more beautiful than you are now.
sense of it all. Do you know your power? Speak of your pains, of your fears, and all your words I will devour. Open your eyes, child, realize that you've never been safer anywhere. Than you are now. Burst through the bars, open your arms. Scream to the stars of all that you are. Na 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 na. Say you are a flower, and you shall blossom overnight. Say you are a mountain, and you shall dwarf all in sight. Say you are a river, and you shall float to the sea. Say you are the fire, and you shall blaze over me. Say you are the wind, and you shall whisper your truth. Say you are the prodigy of union, we shall be one with you. Open your eyes, child, realize that you've never been safer anywhere. Never been more beautiful. You've never been safer anywhere. You've never been more beautiful. Than you are now. Na 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 na. Difference in instruments on this song is crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to play it.
But the resonator, just because of the resonation chamber, it has built-in reverb. So, I mean, when you're playing it just acoustic, there's reverb to the guitar. It's the coolest sounding instrument. It's very, very amazing. So it already has this reverb sort of feedback sound to it. So when you then run it through an electric guitar amplifier with like a spring reverb on it, the tremolo on it, and run some dirty gain through it, it just howls. It's a very unique sounding instrument. It doesn't sound like an electric guitar, but it doesn't sound like an acoustic guitar. It's in its own category. It's very, very weird, and I love it. I really love it a lot. But then it cleans up really nice, you know. Yeah. No. See, I have all the reverb turned off. All the reverb is turned off. That reverb is coming from the guitar. So that's still going through the amp. Oh. Let me plug it direct in now, and you can hear it. Let me turn its impulse response back on. Okay, so without actually being in the room with it, that's as close as you're going to get to hearing what this guitar actually sounds like. That's pretty close. Let's put a capo on and actually play that song. It sounds so cool. Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. To stand up right now to this religion of spite. Just one or two words of wisdom to turn on the light, and I will not forget the lies they told. I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds?
lies, and I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. When I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand till they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies, and I bet you will find a better life. And I'm tired of all this run around, I'm tired of all the hate, I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to waste. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. And I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies, and I bet you will find a better life, a better life, a better life between the lines. Sea was the name of that song. All right, guys, well, I'm going to play you one more song before I go. You know what it is. It's that time again. Forget what society says. Let's make a new way. New day, new games to play. With the heart of a child driving me wild. I'm never growing up. Forget what they want you to do, 'cause you could be true. A brand new I love you. Know the way we should start. Love straight from your heart. You know I love you too. Do-do-do-do-do. Forget what they want you to think, 'cause we're on the brink of a thin ice skating rink. But if we turn about today, if we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh, ooh. Yes, if we turn about today, if we jump in all the way, we could tell a different tale about the choice we made ourselves. Ooh. what society says. Let's make a new way and know I love you. And know I love you. And please know that I love you. Because I really do. I love you too, Kev. I love you, Dudu. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today while we basically finished the album version of that song that I just played. And know I love you. My love song for humanity. Well, anyway, tomorrow, it has been such a crazy week, guys. There have been stuff going on lately, and life has been crazy lately. That's all that I'm going to say for right now. You did help, Kev. You did help. So I didn't get around to putting up a poll on Instagram this week, but I was thinking of just floating this out because I know that you guys will probably be there the whole time tomorrow. I'm thinking of just doing a cover of a CCR song. I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm thinking of covering a CCR tune. So I don't know which one it'll be, but now you know, and I will announce that on Instagram today that we'll be covering a CCR tune. I think it's high time that I did one. Green River. Something like that. We'll do a CCR tune, and it'll be fun. I don't know if it'll be Green River. I don't know. It's gonna be something good. It'll be cool. Anyway, so that's what we'll do tomorrow. And then of course we'll do Saturday Night Serenade again. So it's gonna be fun. I think that tomorrow's shows might push us over. Might finally push us over the edge to becoming Twitch affiliates. So we're that close. 2.8. I just need my next couple of shows to be like a 4 or 5 average. And that'll be it. We'll be all set. So yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like we've been waiting forever for this. So hopefully we're finally there. We're really, really close. But thank you guys so much for coming and spending your evenings or spending your afternoons with me. I really, really appreciate it. Like, that's not even saying I appreciate it is not a big enough statement to say how much I care about you guys and how deeply it moves me to have you here with me while I'm working on this project. So yeah, love you too, Adudu. So you guys, please do take care. It's coming down to the wire now. And yeah, once we go affiliate, we're gonna have even new avenues to explore, new avenues of viewer engagement, new avenues of audience interaction that will be available to us. I don't even know all the stuff that's available to me until I get like my affiliate package. And they tell me about all of the stuff that we'll be able to offer here at Nick Straight Music to reward you guys for your months now of steadfast loyalty to the channel. So again, I thank you. This is my dream. This is what I've always wanted to do,
And I could not do it without you guys. So thank you so much. I know I say it every time, but I mean it just as much every time I say it. I love you guys. I've got the best viewers. I've got the best community on Twitch that we're building here. And I'm very proud of us. So anyway, we're just going to keep on trucking. We're going to keep on trucking. And tomorrow we're going to record... we're going to record some swamp rock. That'll be fun. So anyway, guys, it's getting bad out there again. It's getting real bad out there again, especially here in the U.S. Our numbers are going back up in some states to the highest that they've been at any point during the pandemic because people are not washing their hands, wearing their masks, or getting vaccinated. Please, God, please. Wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaccinated as soon as you can. The government's not trying to control you. It's called being a decent human being. I don't wear a mask when I go out because the government told me to. I wear a mask when I go out because the World Health Organization, which is one of the most respected groups of doctors in the history of this planet, said that that's the best way to keep each other safe. That's why I wear a mask. Decency. Just decency. Decency and kindness and love for one another is why I wear a mask. Not because I think Bill Gates is trying to put a microchip in my brain, okay? Because that's not real, okay? What's real is people are out there. Real people are dying. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Get vaccinated as soon as you possibly can. I can't stress that enough. I say that every time. Because from the bottom of my heart, I love each and every one of you, and I want you to be around for as long as you possibly can be. So please take care of yourself, okay? I know sometimes I'm come down a little hard about it, but it's because it's real. It's a real threat. I know that my viewers, I know that you guys are on board with me, but other people that watch this, because I know that there's a lot of other people that watch this after it's, not live anymore. A lot of people watch this in video on demand. So I want you guys to know how serious it is, okay? Anybody watching this, listen, okay? This is real. This is the truth, okay? Anyway, sorry. I kind of went off the rails there, but that's because it's really getting bad here again. It's really getting bad. It's really getting scary. So I know most of the rest of the world is dealing with it okay, but we are not, and we need to get it together. So anyway, I'm done preaching. Now, big deep breath, exhale. I really do. I love you guys with each and every fiber in my being, and I want you guys to be safe. I want you to be around forever with me. So I want us to all be eternal beings together. So anyway, take care of yourself. Take care of those around you. And I wish you all nothing but peace, love, happiness, all the good things. And until next time, at Nick Straight Music. Nick Straight Music. We'll see you later. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Intentional, you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. Shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa. adventure here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life.